Welcome to Winged Wolf Podcast. This is the podcast where we're going to keep it real and raw. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty, talking about everything that everyone's so scared to say. We're going to bring them onto the table to interview them about religion, about politics, about eating organic, living off the grid, the masculine, the feminine, their needs, their wants, what is lacking in today's society, this dating world. How do we create that tribe mentality again to get our families back together, to protect our children? We are going to talk about everything. We're going to travel. We're going to have some fun on this show. So let's get to it. Wing and Will Podcast. Let's rock and roll. Your host, Elizabeth Mooney. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Wing and Will Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Mooney. I am here with my girl, Allie.
Hi.
So Allie and I have known each other for, like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
And Allie, she bartends at Nashville Palace. She's my favorite bartender. And we dance. She came in for dance lessons. And she's just overall awesome person. So I wanted her on the show because we're going to switch it up this episode. We're going to talk about the in and outs of bartending in Nashville. So I'm sure many people want to know what goes on. So we're going to get nitty gritty and real and raw and just have fun on this show. And but we're going to open up because part of why I think Allie is so special, besides she has great energy and sweet and kind, but she is a hard worker. She works at Nashville Palace, bartending many nights, but she also has 2 children of her own and then adopts a child, which is your niece.
Yes, I love her very much. She's 3.
Mm-hmm. And so you're a mama, you work hard, and then you travel to go home.
Yes.
So many admirable qualities.
Very dichotomous, fun, high energy party girl, and then have a long drive home, and it's just recentering and getting back to who I am, because I feel like bartending is my career and I love it, and there's aspects of it in myself, but that's not my personality. That's just a mask that I wear.
Yeah,
that I play.
That's a good way. It's kind of like being an actress in a way. It's like that's just or just another part of you. So
right.
you're
it's
in
different
that
facets.
is you, but it's in that role of bartender, party, night scene, and then that's nice. You have the drive home to recalibrate, recenter, and then you're back to mama and family. And what I think is really cool too, so on this show I talk about living off the grid, and I didn't know this until yesterday. So fun thing, we were filming yesterday, and then a bachelorette group came in, so we had to do take 2 today.
Take 2 today.
But I learned that, Allie, for the past month, you've been living off the grid.
I've been trying to. So it really just came to be out of need when all of the floods came through, and I already heat with wood, and I don't have electric that is run off of a standard conduit, but our water went out. So I had to figure out, we have an old cistern when I bought the property, how to put that back together and stuff. So it's been a learning experience, but it's been very nice and very fulfilling to be able to know, like I said yesterday, I may not live 2 years post-apocalyptic, but I've at least got a good month in me. So
yeah, it's more than what most even know. Remember Brandon's like, I'm from Chicago. All I know is
yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. So yeah, Allie, she's a hardworking mama and providing and taking on her niece too, which I think is so beautiful. And then living off the grid. And then, so that's the deep, sweet part of this podcast. Now let's have some fun, talk about what goes on.
Take a sip. We walked and got cocktails.
Yeah, we did. We're like, this is talking about bartending, so we might as well walk and get a little tequila and pineapple. So this podcast, I'm going to open up with a sponsor again. So this sponsor is Miss Tina. So Tina is my tattoo artist. She's in New Jersey. She is absolutely phenomenal. She's done all the artwork for my book, The Light in the Devil's Tavern, my tattoos. I'm starting a publishing company with everything. She's doing the artwork there. So she is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to put up a logo of her and where to contact her, and just so you could follow her and represent, because she really is just an amazing person. I met her, I have rib tattoos, so she started that, and Danica's a baby, so Danica's next to me while she was tattooing me.
Aww.
And we have pictures. I've known her for years, and then she opened up her own shop and it's in New Jersey. So I'll just put everything in the podcast so you could just check her out.
Does she do all of your tattoos?
She's done everything. Like this is my first one. I had to redo it. A male, no offense to the men out there, but I do like a feminine touch. So she had to fix that. And my ankle one, she had to just touch up for me. But everything, she just has such clean lines and so feminine. This one is the Divine Feminine. She's on the cover of my book. This one is the Divine Masculine, but the wolf actually in Wing and Wolf is the feminine. But your right side, your masculine, your left is your feminine. So we were doing that. But yeah, she has such a beautiful feminine touch. So Miss Tina, and I will put up just info if you're in New Jersey. But she did say she wants to come to Nashville and set up a shop and tattoo. Yeah, and do a pop-up. Yeah,
You should host her here. I'll come get.
I know, I was saying that she'd come here and like rent out the studio. So we'll talk about that. So Miss Tina, and then again, I'll put up her information in this podcast. But yeah, she opened up her own shop and she's doing super successful. She actually has my book right there in her thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. So Tina, I'll put up a logo. Thank you. Thank you for your illustration. Thank you for just being an awesome friend, supporting me. And I wanted to support you too. So guys, check out Miss Tina. And again, you'll see where her shop is in New Jersey and the phone number. And hopefully she'll come to Nashville. So my girl, Allie, let's chat. So now, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Hazard, Kentucky. So Far East, Appalachian Mountains. Moved to Central Kentucky when I was 8 or 9. I don't quite remember. I was young. And then just stayed there. Went to college in Bowling Green. But had come down to Nashville, I think probably the first time when I was like 13 or 14 with an older cousin. And she was in the bar scene. And we looked similar enough that I was like, I'm just going to see if this works. And I got my first job as a bottle baby.
Wait, how old were you?
15. Using my 26-year-old cousin's fake ID. We didn't look similar enough that it would pass, but I don't think people cared back then. So,
right.
I did that for a while, and that was my first foray into the bar scene. And then I've always gone and come back to it. So like I've got 2 degrees. I've one in education with a concentration in science. And I've worked in factories. I worked construction for a while. I've done home health, but I've always either been in a restaurant or involved with a restaurant, just part-time, fun money. And then after COVID, I came back to it full-time, and I've been at the Palace, the Nashville Palace, since. But
since, right, from COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was working for Leaf Guard Gutters. Very good gutters, by the way. Shameless plug. And I saw on Facebook, that was when they were still doing the Facebook hiring, and I just clicked it, and they said to come in for an interview. I was running late and didn't have a chance to change. Came in with my impact driver and like khakis on. They took a chance and hired me, and the rest is history.
So, awesome. Yeah. So now in the bar scene, National Palace, but it's ran very organized. So you've met a lot of musicians and private parties.
Yes.
She bartends at like the line dancing competitions, 2-step, everything pretty much. So first off, what would you say was the most fun experience? Or a few?
In recent years, probably the Jelly Roll after party when he had his Opry debut. They rented out the front room for just a very intimate, his people and his crew celebration. They were amazing. Such fun energy, generous, just cool, down-to-earth people. Bunny took dollars and like put them in our crevices,
I'm
the
sure
ones.
She did.
Yeah. That was fun. That's one that really sticks out. Just really being given the opportunity to listen to artists, like Lucas Nilsson did a thing there, and the people, The Real. That was amazing. Warren Treaties come through. That's amazing. Jamie Johnson. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
But I mean, just getting to see them, getting to experience them being people too, because that's a really special place about that location is.
Right.
I've worked strip clubs, I've worked bars, I've worked down, I've literally worked everywhere. But for someone to be able to come in and just to experience the bar for themselves and not be just surrounded by people, like you can go up and you can shoot pool and people will leave you alone. I really have appreciated that, and being able to get close and serve them, I guess. But
Yeah, more personalized
yes.
experience because I was teaching line dance when I first moved here at the Lucky Bastard. So it was on Broadway. And there you may have some people pop in, but mostly it's just, just a bunch of people and craziness and
Mhm.
musicians where I feel like Nashville Palace, you're more of like a private setting. Like you kind of get like a free concert,
Yes,
which is
absolutely.
pretty
It's a
cool.
perk. Like
Yeah.
like Monday, Charlie Crockett, I'm gonna be spitting distance, So
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. And that way, like even for me teaching Monday night and all of a sudden Dustin Lynch is in the front room. And I remember
Yeah.
listening to Dustin Lynch when I was living in Jersey, like,
Mhm.
Cowboys and Angels and Small Town Boy. And I was like, well, that's pretty wild,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
And then
So,
it's been amazing. But on the flip side of that, you really do understand that it's just such a small world because here I am states away from small town and hazard and I have people from my hometown who are up on the stages getting record deals. So like it's just come full term.
like who? Can you say or no? Oh, no? Okay, never mind.
It's still in the works, but,
Okay,
yes,
okay, okay.
and
I understand that.
she's
I thought it was,
amazing and wonderful, and I'll be so excited to share that when it
yeah,
happens,
okay.
but
Yeah, I understand that. Usually, like, I thought it was someone that already
but,
has been out there.
Tim Baker, he also is from my hometown. He
Oh,
played baseball with my cousin from, Old Hickory,
hmm,
and those boys are signed with Warner, I think. Yeah,
really?
and they're amazing. Just them harmonies on point. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
That's just
really,
wonderful.
so yeah, that's what makes where you work a little different. It's
Yes.
more of like not just a party crazy atmosphere.
Mhm.
Concerts meeting these people. Like Nashville Palace has so much history. Like Randy Travis started
Yes, as a
as,
dishwasher.
yeah,
Alan Jackson worked there.
yeah,
I mean, so many people have been up on the stages too, just before they were quote unquote famous and getting their
hmm,
starts. I mean, it truly is just a one of a kind experience that I have loved so much. I mean, I find the joy in every place that I've worked. I learned lots of things from the girls working the poles. I learned lots of things working at Cody Ugly, how to be an entertainer, how to turn your energy on. Like it's just been different experiences every time, and I just feel
yeah,
like right now where I'm at is that's where I'm supposed to be right now. So
right, yeah, yeah. It's funny. I used to bartend.
yeah.
I bartended for 10 years in New York, and I bartended at a strip club too.
Yeah, I feel like it's a rite of passage.
Yeah,
Like you got to do fine dining, you got to do strip club, you
I
got to do a
did.
mom and pop.
Yeah, yeah, I did all that.
We're at
The
the honk.
local
Yes,
bar.
we're at the honky tonk phase right now in
Yeah.
my career.
I remember it was that Gossips on Long Island. And because someone's like, you're gonna make the most money at a strip club. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
try
gonna go where
that.
the money goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember this girl, I think I don't know, like Russian or Polish, whatever. She did this like thing. And I was like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
And then she like taught me how to do it. I think I was like 21, 22, but I'll never forget that. You just watch them, you're like, oh, I want to do that.
I wish I had been more open to learning because like I look back and I'm like I could have learned so many marketable skills, especially during COVID. Like, come on.
So yeah, it is a journey. You meet so many
Mhm.
interesting people, the good, the bad. Yesterday, I popped in to see her at a party. That was pretty funny.
Say party, but in heavy quotations because it wasn't much of a party. What did the man say?
He's like, I only have $12. I'm like, oh, this one's not
This is
gonna
not
be
gonna be
too
one. Yeah.
good.
It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. So now, what would you say was the most wildest thing that you've seen? It doesn't have to be at National Palace, like
Ooh,
anywhere.
like on stage in like the industry, like
A few stories. Like, okay, so people they come to Nashville and they're just like, "Can I have this?" They go, but like we know, like you guys are a big part of Nashville. Everyone comes here to drink.
yes, absolutely.
You guys are such like without you, it wouldn't be a party.
And I keep that in mind. I really try to like, you're here. This is a list that you're checking off. Like, you want to enjoy your experience. And even if I'm having a bad day, like, I want to make sure that this is a memory for you that you can remember. So I'm going to like try to jazz you up and pop you up. Make sure
Good.
you're having a great time
Yeah.
because it's just putting more money in my pocket and food in my mouth. So,
Yeah. But also you're coming from a place of like respecting yourself, their
yes.
experience and everything as a whole, which we were talking, Brandon and I yesterday, that he was saying he's like telling his friend, he's like, look out in the audience. He's like, this one's going through this, and they're coming here for that moment to escape.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's actually what I tell my instructors. When they walk in the doors, they're dealing with health battles or relationships, job. When they come in here, they're looking to escape.
Yes.
So whatever you're going through just needs to hold off in that moment,
Right.
and create that experience for them. And then when everyone leaves, everyone feels a little bit better of endorphins to deal with whatever they got going on,
Mhm.
So yeah. So what would you say would be like something that sticks out? You're like, that was pretty crazy.
There's been a lot. I mean, like, sometimes I just tell stories and people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "That's just a normal Friday night. It's a full moon right now.
Yeah.
I can tell you that."
And
Last
you're working tonight, right?
Yes, last Halloween was Studio 54 themed, and we had powdered sugar cocaine lines out as a prop, for some of the vignettes. And multiple times I caught people trying to sample the goods, like as if we would openly have cocaine
Really?
out on the bar. Yes. And I kept telling security, and they were like, "No, you're full of shit." They're just like bumping into it. And like I was just standing there nonchalantly, and a girl came up in like a pixie outfit. Definitely a raver girl, definitely someone who would like use free cocaine. Okay. And she literally took her gum, like gave herself a little pre-gummer, and like swiped a whole line of this powdered sugar, swiped all around her mouth, looked around, took another swipe, and then was like, "This isn't cocaine," and looked mad and walked away. I was like, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that we would. I don't. I'm still processing.
Right.
That,
The fact that they
yes,
thought like that potentially could be real and you're
yes,
just offering it like
yes,
that.
and that they were upset that it wasn't.
Right. Right. Right.
So that was pretty interesting. I've had people like pay me $600 for a shot out of my boot before. Disgusting. They did it. I still got paid.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
sure you could take as many shots, 600 piece out of my boot.
yeah, people passing out, falling out on the ground, just marry as you please, like birds from the sky. I mean that happens often. It's the South, so it gets kind of hot. Um, Sex everywhere. Everyone's having sex everywhere in the bars.
In
Like
the
you
bars.
catch people in the booths, you catch people out back, you catch people in their car with their feet out the windows. Like
Oh, wow.
if there's a corner, someone has probably done something in it. Like and it's not just the customers, sometimes it's the staff too. So
See, this is what we want to
yeah.
hear.
Lots of situations with artists. Lots of awkward situations with artists, like spitting on them accidentally, or you're trying to get them to where they need to be and they're using the bathroom and the door's not locked and you're walking in and their bare ass is just out in front of the world, and then you still have to serve them for the rest of the night. Lots of civil disputes. Like we break up a lot of husbands and wives in the bar
Really?
industry because they're there and like tensions are high, liquor is flowing, someone's seeing a girl, someone's seeing a guy, fists start flying. Like, gosh, I don't even know.
You see it all. But like you're pretty much like, I guess in a way, just like so equipped and like numb to it,
Yeah,
right?
it's like, oh, okay. Welcome
Another
to
night.
another weekend at the psych ward, Like,
Another weekend at the psych
the
ward.
music's just louder is all. Um, I truly feel like
That's
that.
good.
Like,
That's really good.
I don't know, someone vomited in a cup once and handed it to me, and it was just like
What?
instinct for me just to take it too, and I almost took it, and I was like, "The fucking garbage." Oh, sorry, put that in
No,
the
it's
garbage.
real.
Okay.
It's raw.
Yeah. Just idiocy.
Ew.
Yeah, we see a lot of idiocy, like people who don't know how to behave outside come to the bar. That it's their first foray into the real world. Like, I just, what do you want to know? I can tell you for days.
What do we want to know?
Yes.
So, all right. What is the weirdest story of someone hitting on you?
Ooh.
Because Ali and I, we've talked about things. We have a lot of like similar stuff of just like weird things
Yes. I
from old to young to.
mean, the young ones right now have really been hot and heavy, and I just hate it. I just if one more person asks me if I have Snap or TikTok, like, do you see these wrinkles on my head?
That's really, really, really funny.
Yeah. Ask for the girl's number. Ask her name first and foremost, because a lot of times they're just staring right here,
And then they ask if you have TikTok or
Yeah.
Snap. They don't even ask
They
for your
don't even
name.
ask for my
Oh,
name.
no.
No. Yeah.
So find out on
Yeah.
Snap or TikTok.
Weird. Someone I served a water once told me that he was gonna stuff me.
Stuff
Stuff
you?
me, yes, and have his way with me for the rest of my life. That was weird. That was just recent.
Stuff
As in
you.
like taxiderm me, like put cotton inside of me.
Okay.
Not like stuff me.
Yeah,
Not
I was
the fun way.
I was going I went that way first. I think
Yeah.
being like a cop's daughter, and then I'm like, okay, maybe it was this
No,
way.
very macabre.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
That's
He
a little
was
scary.
he seemed sincere, so that was
Sincere to stuff you with cotton.
Yes. So he could, and he went into detail about all the things he was going to do to me as if I would be turned on. Like, just
Wow.
take me
Okay,
now.
that's really scary.
Yeah.
Does he live locally?
Never seen him again. I had security kick him out.
Probably a good idea. Probably. Okay.
I don't know. Somebody brought me fish once, like live fish, like a little
Live?
beta. Yeah. So I posted on Instagram about like how I liked this fish at the fish store. Went and got a similar fish. It ended up dying before the shift ended, probably from the trauma. But that one sticks out. I don't know.
These are pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, there's been some nice ones. Like I've got a lot of clothes out of this. A lot of flowers. I love flowers. Keep those coming.
What kind of flowers?
All of them. If they smell good, I love them.
Yeah.
Picked flowers are especially good, but roses, come on, classic.
Yeah.
Goodness. People sending their wives and girlfriends to go back to be a throuple. I get that just about every weekend. And the girls are a lot more aggressive than the guys are. And they're nice with it. Like they have good game. Like sometimes I'm even like, I'm impressed by that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is like a big thing right now.
Which good for you. I'm just, that's not which way I'm flowing at this point in time.
I mean,
Especially at the bar. Like I have to be there. Don't hit on me at the bar.
yeah. But that's really,
Yeah.
unless they have like a, Facebook group or something. That's where they're going out and
Yes,
about
that's
and probably
true.
like shopping.
Shop for the people on the other side of the bar. Like I'm forced to be there. That is my job. I'm only smiling because I have to.
And this sounds like a great idea. Now this is this. Thank you.
Thank you. Or they do like the long goodbye, like when you hand them their drink and they're like this, and their hands are clammy because they've been sweating. And
Ew.
it's like, yeah, I get touched a lot. Sometimes
Blech.
my shoulder smells like Axe,
Yeah.
just from the different deodorants and secretions.
And it's just so funny that like for some reason in their mind they think you would like that.
I know, like, oh man, I get a lot of like, hey, look at this picture, and they're just,
yeah.
I'm like, again, go back to, hey, what's your name? I think you're really attractive. That would be a good starting point.
Yeah.
Not, oh, I have Apple Pay. Here's my dick. I can't say that's ever like really simple.
Oh man.
Even the ones that are like really like 0.5 angled, and you can tell that they've made them look longer. Like
This
it's never
is
been
really
it for
funny.
me. I don't know if this is how you wanted this to go, but
No, this is exactly how I wanted this to go. This is going even better than
and you're gonna edit this, and it's gonna be like beep 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 beep, and just
no, you don't edit. This is not going to be edited. The only thing, and Legend Horace, he's the producer where like he puts it together for me. So he only puts the beginning. This whole thing stays exactly the same. We don't edit anything, and then we just put the end to it, so it stays. But I did take some pictures of Allie working yesterday. So I'll put some shots of her bartending. So you guys go to Nashville Palace, you check her out. She'll take care of you for sure.
And see me in all of my awkward glory.
Don't show a dick pic.
No dick pics, please.
Don't touch her with your clammy hands or your Axe spray. Be kind. Ask her name.
Yes. Give me all
Be
the money in your
respectful.
wallet.
Yes.
All of it.
All your money.
Yes. Hopefully it's more than $12.
I was like, this is not going to go well.
And the beers are $8, mind you, and all he had was 12.
Yeah.
He was expecting more, I guess.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So what else? Any awesome opportunities that came out of it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just being involved in like the culture of Nashville. I've made so many friends and networked. So like I've met so many influential people, like just beautiful people, not just artists and celebrities, like people behind the scenes, people in production, people who are like dancers, like the people who make Nashville what Nashville is, and I'm so grateful for that because it's opened my mind and given me so many opportunities. I mean, I've been at music videos, I've
Mhm.
gone to really, really nice dinners, charity events, I've gotten to work concert after concert. I mean, just amazing. Like,
Yeah. It opened doors with so many different life
mhm.
experiences that you maybe wouldn't have gotten
Yes,
if you weren't in the
absolutely.
scene. So now take away from the bartending, Allie.
So
What
really starting to sweat.
what's some dreams and goals that you have going forward?
Ooh, dreams and goals going forward. Well, raising functioning members of society,
That's
that's
a good one.
pretty far up on
Which I don't know, I see
list.
what's going on in this world and
It's hard, especially with boys. Like, I'm not a man. I don't know how to teach a boy how to be a man. I can teach him how to treat a woman and how to be a kind human, but other than that,
right.
kind of bumbling around in the dark.
Right.
But
But that's a good start.
yeah, financial security would be phenomenal. I mean, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We got to get our security down before we
Yeah.
can look for actualization. I'm always just trying to grind and look for more opportunities and hone the craft and figure out ways that I can improve. Which is it's hard. I've been doing this. I'm 32. I've been doing this since I was 15.
Mhm.
I'm just always learning and always realizing that hey, I don't know everything and I do need help. Like that, admitting that you need help as a fiercely independent person has been really enlightening and challenging for me.
Yeah, and that's funny that you say that because just recently I've been really trying to be in a state of receiving and
Mhm.
flow. That's what we just talked about earlier. Like, so everything with the podcast, what we talked about, you could have these realizations, you could talk about it, put it out there. But the next step is really being about it.
Yes.
And you could have the aha, but then actually walk in that line.
Yes. The
S-
self-awareness comes first and then like actually putting in the work to do it. That's
And I think that might be like the hardest part,
yes.
And for me, recently I was in a state of receiving and that was hard for me. And um I'm thinking if I want to say this or not. So just with my transition coming back and the financial hits and like receiving and asking my dad for something and just leaving it to God and how the Florida home got rent. And I didn't know. I was just praying. I was like, this is the time we practice in receiving. I am just in a state
Yes.
of flow and please let everything. And it really did within a couple of days. And I was like, how interesting. God is so good and how I was practicing receiving.
Mhm.
I really was.
And to go further with that, like releasing control with peace instead of like
Yeah.
trying to hold on and just having things fall where they may, just like understanding like you don't have full control over what's happening. You're just allowing it to happen and you're there for the ride. Like that, I feel like that is very hard.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, let's try this. Let's just try to not stress out about it, even though that's harder said than done.
Mhm.
But really just to really trust. And then it did. And God delivered.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, like, that was amazing to me to actually have the realization, then to actually do it and apply it and then see
The
the
results.
result. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, okay. So now all those realizations, whether it's through relationships or finances, if we stay in and that's hard, like with you saying like you're working hard, provider, all these things, there comes a point when you do, it's scary to just
Yes.
like, okay, I trust, but still those bills need to get
Yes.
paid. They
Exactly.
need that, and as a single mother
Yeah.
out there and taking care of these babies, but it's a fine line, but I do feel God will protect you. And
Yes.
that is what I'm saying. And that is what I'm doing. And that is what I'm learning.
Mhm.
So, and I love like what you said. And when I say your dreams and goals, they were so humbling. What Allie was saying, they were just, I want to be financially stable,
Yeah.
provided for, and, and then just like, I think us too, you come to a point you realize that you want a man who's a provider.
Absolutely.
It's not just like, oh, my soul is awoken and
Right.
they're sexy, or this and that are fun. It's like, no, I want a provider.
Mhm. And, like, my grandmother always said, "Love is a verb. Love is a choice." It's not something that's just gonna hit you over the head, and, I spent my 20s and 30s just chasing this romantic, like, "Oh my gosh, this cowboy is after me, this whoever," like, they're courting me, and it never worked out, and things were fun and I learned a lot, but like just realizing that it comes from the commitment to yourself, loving yourself and loving where you're at and being okay with that and being at peace. To go back to what you were saying, to receiving love, like you look back and you say all these things that you self sabotage because you're trying to control it or you're trying to like make it fit where it shouldn't fit. Or I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just like it kind of takes my breath away a little bit to kind of look back and reflect, like all of the opportunities that I thought were opportunities that were just like learning experiences. But
But we
yeah,
need that to
yeah,
get to like that's what my book is about. So I went from my parents' house to being married.
hmm
And I was married basically all of my 20s. Divorced at 31, 30. My 30s was my dating experience. And it was wild.
yeah,
But I had to go through that to learn to be where I am today.
mhm,
What I did wrong, what I've learned, my ex-husband was a great man. I wasn't the woman he needed.
yeah,
I was still performing, producing shows off Broadway, movies, and he wanted a wife,
yeah,
and I wasn't ready. So just those learning experiences. But now, those people that you think, like, okay, I messed that up. But sometimes what I learned, people love you the way, because they're coming from a void or
yeah,
lack. They don't
yeah,
really see you.
absolutely.
They put everything into you to fulfill the
Void
void
in
within
themselves.
them,
Yeah.
but they don't really see you.
And you're not getting your needs met at that point. They're just using you as a conduit to fulfill their
Yes.
traumas or break their,
Yeah.
and, and that's, I get it. That's their journey, but I just
Yeah.
can't be party to that. And
No.
like, especially when I have my own goals and my own shit that I'm going through,
Mhm.
like, and that's something that I've struggled with, like, because I feel my self worth and service to others. Like, I don't even know how to really verbalize that, but
I think I know what you're saying because I just read something today. It says when you're emotionally intelligent, you don't hate people.
no, because you
You
understand.
see them and why they reacted or did what they did. You see their trauma, where they're coming from, and you don't hate them because you understand because you're emotionally intelligent.
But the dangerous part of that is not having boundaries, and I've had to really, really learn to, like, set forth boundaries. Yes, I can understand that and forgive you for what you've done, but I can't allow that to keep happening, and that's where I've really gotten into trouble.
So did I.
Yeah.
Because you think like that's the empathy.
Yeah.
But you get to a point like I understand that, but you have to go on your journey to fix that because and the honest truth of that is if you were to stay, it would never get better because they have no reason to really
Mhm.
get better. They have to find that out on their own. And if
Yeah.
it's meant to be, it will be, you know? So what else would you like to do in this life? Like Allie loves reading
Yes, I love reading, I really don't know. People always ask me this, and
just one day at a time.
yeah,
Going with the
I
flow.
I would love to just be able to stay home and, like, be away from people. I know that sounds crazy, but,
No,
like,
it doesn't.
if I wanna paint, I can paint. If I want to go tend my garden for 5 hours in
Oh,
my big
that sounds
shirt,
wonderful.
like, I wanna have the autonomy and the freedom to be able to do that, and
Right.
that's, like, granny activities. Like
No, that's really what I want. I would love to just like I understand that. I think that's really just being in your feminine essence of,
yeah.
taking care of the home and the garden and being around your babies and
Mhm.
animals and creating and cooking and having that loving, being in that loving man's arms of strong
Yes.
protector,
Yes,
provider.
absolutely. And I mean, that sounds like a silly goal to have, but that it's literally, like, end goal for me. But, I guess what I wanted to be when I grew up, I still wanna do that, but there's not really a market for
What
it.
is it?
I don't even know if, like, this is a very niche thing. When I was little, there were these people, they were conservationists, and they used to come around to the schools, and they would educate people about different animals and how you can help protect them and
Yeah.
keep the species alive and, all that stuff. That's always what I wanted to do. There's no money in that, but maybe one day I'll have enough money that I can go back and do that. Like
Yeah.
have a little fox in a carrier and let the kids hold it and
Oh, that's
have that
really
connection
cute.
with nature. Like,
Here, Dana going to a class trip and we went there.
yeah, like I've always
Yeah.
loved that. I mean, I love zoology. I'm a science major. I love science.
Hmm.
I love kids. But truly, that's like I want to be a conservationist. I want to go find the little bat and nurture it back to health and
Oh,
educate people on why they
that's
shouldn't let
awesome.
bats. Like, but I
But
know that
again,
is
but
truly just a
that
dream.
could be something that when everything else is in place and you have that time
Yeah,
and you could donate your time where it really isn't about the money. You just have
Yeah,
that. And
absolutely.
that's beautiful.
But
So
I know it sounds silly to say out loud, but that's truly what.
So this empathetic Allie who wants to save the baby bats unfortunately gets dick pics while she's at work.
But it is cathartic being at the place that I work because they do allow me to bully men for sport, so that's fun.
Oh, that is.
I do have a whip behind my bar. Which,
You do? That's great.
That it's a good catharsis, a good way to let go of some of this simmering feminine rage that I've had pent up for 30-something years. So if you want to get
sure
bullied,
they like it.
come down to the palace.
Allie's gonna whip you.
Only if you pay me.
Well, you're awesome, Allie. I love you. So this is just a different kind of episode. I told you you're gonna go on a journey with me. So not just interviewing musicians and hearing about life. Well, this is still about everything is going to be about the journey in life and real talk, but it's also about like fun stuff. And you're going to keep on healing and growing. It's never going to stop. You're never going to know it all, but really you have to live too. You can't just be like, once I'm healed, I want to live. You got to live and have fun and whip people around a little bit.
Have that good balance too. Like
yeah,
put your nails on and your makeup and bully men for sport, and then go back home with your big shirt and
in your garden.
In my garden and my ducks. Yeah.
All right, Allie, I love you. So, guys, I hope you enjoy it. This is Allie. Come visit her at Nashville House. Where can they see you or follow you?
Instagram, Allie Walker, Texas Ranger 143. Mm-hmm. Follow me there. You'll see lots of shit posting.
Are you on Snapchat or TikTok?
I do have Snapchat, but it's really just to be in the group chats from high school and to stalk my 13-year-old son. So
yeah, no, I know. I only have it because that's where I really put like what Danica and I are doing.
Mm-hmm. And I love the filters. The kids love the filters.
Yeah, and we have fun too, exactly. And mostly my cousins, my family is on it. I remember like some of my exes, they were like, "Man, I had Snapchat." I'm like, I don't have it.
Right.
For what
you want to see my memories?
Yeah.
No dick pics. No dick pics.
Like I have it where it's stuff of Danica and I that I don't want to put out there to the world,
Like I'm an adult, all of my nudes are in an actual folder with password, like they're not on Snapchat. That's not what it's gonna be.
I love you. I love you too. All right, guys. So Wing and Wolf Podcast, your host, Elizabeth Mooney, Miss Allie. Check her out. Put up some pictures, Nashville Palace.
Oh my goodness.
This episode of Wing Wolf is sponsored by Miss Tina Solano. Tina, thank you so much. She is absolutely fabulous, has done all the artwork on my body, the illustrations in my book, The Light in the Devil's Tavern, and the Wing and Wolf logo on this podcast. Miss Tina, she's so talented and a dear friend. Thank you for sponsoring. Tina Solano, Etched Ink Tattoo. Check her out. She's fabulous. We'll put up a logo so you can check her out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to all the sponsors out there sponsoring Wing and Wolf. We greatly appreciate it. Wing and Wolf, Elizabeth Mooney. Wing and Wolf Podcast, your host, Elizabeth Mooney. Wing and Wolf.